So I thought I'd show a typical coronavirus day. Wife goes for a run in the morning. She's actually doing the shopping today. First time in about 2.5 weeks because we've been isolating since then. The kids change, get some breakfast into them, do a few emails, try and keep up with what's going on in work, schedule some calls in. I'll take you through the day, kind of hit the gym, maybe a bit of meditating later. Everybody, so forgive me, I'm still in my gym attire from having a bit of exercise out in the lovely sun today. I thought today's video to talk about why not working is important. And I think that statement I caveat with, I'm not marginalising people out there that will be struggling to pay their bills right now or will worry what making month end looks like for them. So that's not what this is about. I thought actually it was super important to focus on working out what your day looks like that isn't just defined by work. And I think now coronavirus has happened, it's snatched away from a lot of people the structure that was their day. But I think it also makes you realise how much of your day is defined by work. And I think even when you are in big jobs, small jobs, long hours, whatever it might be, the reality is it dictates a huge part of your day. But I wanted to dedicate a video to the non-work stuff, the stuff that I think is equally as important as the job itself, because that is the stuff that gives you the freedom of mind to make the best decisions for you, your career, your company, your life. My 5 key things. Number 1, meditate. I meditate every day. I think it was in a previous video I mentioned when I lost my mum, and then I had to have a considerable amount of bowel surgery for about 4 months. I think at that point the world looks very different, and I found meditating. Which is something you can do alone, and I suppose every day since for the past 7 years I've meditated, so I can't recommend it enough. And a lot of people will say it's hard, it's weird. It's not. You just gotta try, whether that's guided meditation so that you can take your mind down a notch and you're following someone's voice and you're imagining it, or even if you're just sitting down for 2-3 minutes and you just focus on what's in the room. The birds that you can vaguely hear in the background, a car going by, your own breath. I think those 3, 5, 7, 10 minutes that you can give yourself every day where you're just free from stress, from get the kids up, breakfast, get them to school way back when, or start homeschooling, work, phone calls, conference calls, bedtime, dinner. Those 10 minutes are the moments that actually will give your mind the freedom to empty the bucket, because every time that bucket fills up and overflows, you're going to have a problem. Tip number 2, exercise. I think it's critical for everybody. I think the reality is exercise is critical. You've got to allow for some time in the day, because again, a bit like meditation in the last point, not only is it good for the body, it's good for the mind, which is ultimately good for the soul. And I think so many people in executive jobs that I've met, I've looked at, and I've thought they were fantastic bosses or a great leader. And I think a lot of people can relate to this. You look at someone in a company and you think, but fuck that, I wouldn't want their life. And I think people can become consumed, and I think whether it's 10 minutes meditating and 30 minutes going for a run every day, that time is your time. And I think your time is critical because there's so many people, particularly in a day and age of social media and everyone can access emails, phone calls, it's non-stop. Even if you are not working, life's stressful because you're constantly on. Everybody wants access to you all the time. So I think exercise is critical, because if you've got a healthy body, you've got a healthy mind, and the bit nobody talks about is you have a healthy soul. They don't open the cigarette can. when those three things work in conjunction, that's somewhere along the lines to what contentment starts to feel like.
So mid-2002, you are in 90 Target stores, and you've got to hit a certain target for them to expand out further. How did you do that? How did you create awareness around the product?
Well, we didn't hit that target, as it turns out.
Point number 3 is give yourself an hour every day for you. And that goes hand in hand with the exercise and the meditating. Whether you split that up into 15-minute chunks, 2 half-an hours or 1 hour. I think whether you're staying at home, you're a working mum, you're a stay-at-home mum, you're a businessman, business lady, that hour is critical. And I think if you're with someone in a relationship, you have kids, I think you have to work hard to make sure that time is yours, because without that time you go crazy. And everybody can picture someone, as I'm saying this, that person that just looks always like they're at the end of their tether, whether that's professionally or personally. Lines on their face, grey, ashen. And I think there's 24 opportunities a day to take that hour. Before hobbies, have a life outside of your life. So what I mean by that is your life generally will be defined by your family, your job. That's actually not where your happiness is always found. Of course everybody loves spending time with their family, who doesn't? It brings such satisfaction.
I've been dancing on top of cars and stumbling out of bars. Follow you through the dark, can't get enough.
Intrinsically, joy is derived from doing things that make you happy. And being with your family or being at work is not your hobby. They are something you want to do, they're something you choose to do. In some guys, it's something you have to do. For me, a hobby in its purest form is something that there's absolutely fuck all purpose to, other than to bring you joy. So for me, it's reading a book, playing Football Manager. They're everything to me. I would have included exercise in that, but I view exercise now as a critical component of my day. I assume that 6 days out of 7 I will do some form of activity physically. It used to be football when I was younger and fitter, but now it's things Football Manager, reading a book, and previously going for a walk. Just being in amongst greenery, a tree, some grass. It's amazing what it does for the soul. It's just that time where you're alone, where you're focused in on something and actually all the thoughts go away. Point number 5, don't take yourself too seriously. We all get lost in projecting ourselves to the outside world. What does it mean to me? What does that person think of me? What do they think of the decision I made at work? Does that person like me? Does that person love me? And everybody cares what people think. Of course they do. But I think every so often you need to check yourself. I leave that point to last because it's the easiest one to not do. And I'm saying it doesn't mean it. I do it brilliantly myself. I have a will and a drive to win. I want to do the best. I want to be my best, not the best. The best for me is defined by my definitions of it, not someone else's now. But it's taken me a long time to get to that point, and I'd still say I'm a long way from it. I may never ever get there, but I think it's really, really important to remember that your life is defined by what you do and what you think, not what everybody else thinks. You should be a good person, you should be cognizant of other people's thoughts, wants, and you don't always get your own way, but it's very important to remember that you're you, and to be you and to do you. Because I know so many people that almost have become devoid of what they are. They're just the product of the work environment, their personal life, that they cease to be the person that they are. They're my 5 key things for anybody in any kind of workplace, that if you can do those 5 things, as I say, I'm no Dalai Lama, can at least recommend them from the places I've been, the challenges I've faced physically, mentally, to actually say that if you can keep hold of those 5 things, if they're your pillars, you probably live a fairly happy, healthy, robust, contented life. Stay safe, wash your hands, socially distance as always with the coronavirus. Don't be a dickhead. As you know, that's what I say now. But hopefully I'll see you in the next one. And as always, please like, subscribe, but really do comment. When I say I want you to comment, I want you to comment, because I'm not great at this yet, and hopefully I'll learn how you get more people to watch your videos. But once I do, because I believe I will, it'd be really good to create videos that others want to see rather than what I've come up with myself.